Celebration and summation. One of the first experiences that we all took part in this class was the experience of blogging. This is something that I have read about. I've looked up other people's blogs, but I've actually really never taken place in a continuation of a blog that I created on my own. A blog is pretty much a communication tool for students, coworkers, or anyone who is looking to learn about new things. It's a way for them to quickly give and receive feedback over particular topics. With this class, we blogged about every challenge that we took part in. We reflected upon those things, and I think this is a great way for students to receive feedback over their reflections of what they have done and what they've learned. And it's also a great way for others to learn from the experiences of people that have taken part before them. Communicating with new tools. This is something that was new to me in the form of terminology. I mean, I took part in it all the time, but I was not very well aware of asynchronous and synchronous terminology. Asynchronous tools are tools that you take part in, that you are communicating with, where you respond at your earliest convenience. Synchronous tools are those where immediate responses are taking place. I chose Facebook as an example with both of these because so many people throughout the world take part in Facebook. An example of an asynchronous tool using Facebook would be where maybe you log into your account and you browse and then you respond to something that you like, maybe a picture, maybe a comment, a question, or so on. A synchronous tool with Facebook would be maybe the private chat feature where you decided to hold a discussion with someone who is currently online also. This is a way for students, to talk about an assignment, reflect upon maybe a question they had about an assignment. Just different things can be used, but terminology-wise, asynchronous and synchronous tools were new to me. Going mobile to enhance student learning. This is something that was not necessarily new to me, but the incorporation of it was new to me. It's not always easy to get 75 students in a computer lab every day or with a computer in order to go mobile with them. They are not all, or they do not all have cell phones and that kind of thing, so sometimes it is a bit of a challenge just to provide these mobile opportunities. One thing that I thought would be a great idea for going mobile was using Pinterest with my students. And the reason I thought using Pinterest with my students is because you can use this feature to collect, organize, and pin information concerning any topic. So I thought for a teacher it would be a great idea to have students to create their own boards on Pinterest. It could be dealing with maybe a math problem or a math skill that you're working with, or maybe comprehension skills, but all of these things can have their own boards, and then so many different links, maybe providing examples, practice, or teaching techniques, or anything like that. This would also be a great way for a teacher to go to that student's site and actually see what they are taking part in and what they've pinned, and if it's relevant information. CMP's classroom monitoring portals were new to me. This was a bit of a challenge. This was probably the challenge that took the longest for me to comprehend and incorporate. It's an easy way to organize classroom material, and it's a great way to keep your students' work in a central location. For my CMP, I created a home page, a wiki page, a blog page, and a websites page, and you can see all of those right here. We're on the home page right now. It provided a calendar. It provided an assignment that students were to take part in. It also gave maybe a quick quiz or maybe a homework assignment that students were to have due concerning a particular skill. If you go to the website link, it provides different links for students to go to, maybe for reteaching or to refresh their memory. Overall, this is a great way to keep a lot of information in one place. Students should be able to reflect on this information, learn from it, and review it in order to maintain that learning that they took part in. CMPs were a challenge to me, but after incorporating it and after reviewing it, I think it's a great tool to use in the classroom. A collaborative wiki. This is something that was the first time I actually took part in something like this. A collaborative wiki, though, is also something that I have read about. I've seen other people's, I've read what other people have had to say about things, but I never actually took part in it on my own. What it is, it's an easy way for all students to take part and contribute to the learning of a group. Several students in our instructional technology class took part in a wiki that was titled Think Before You Click. This was providing proper etiquette for students to ensure digital citizenship. If you look over here on the right of the page, we have a home page, rules and tools page, parent, student, and teacher resources. All of these links provide adequate information for students, parents, teachers in order to have that proper internet etiquette so that they are not offending others and that they are maintaining the proper values and that kind of thing publicly. This is a great thing that I am going to incorporate in my classroom. I think it's a great way for all students to participate. Sometimes students have difficulties participating in things because maybe they're shy or they don't feel like they know as much about a topic. But with this wiki, it's easy to locate, to incorporate links. I just think it's a great way for all students to take part. Those are a few of the things that I found most enjoyable and that I found of most interest to use in a classroom setting with students. I look forward to learning more about different incorporations of technology for the elementary classroom.